Hello everyone, and I'm so excited to be bringing to you this video on how to write college essays. So today we're going to be particularly sharing some tips on the Common App because this is going to be a large part of the application process. I will also be going into detail about some of the QuestBridge College Prep Scholars Program essay questions. I would highly recommend, once again, that any juniors in the program apply. It's a great opportunity, and it's also great practice for when you do apply for college in the future. So today I will be going over those questions and sort of drawing the parallels between those and the Common App questions. So to begin though, I'd like to share this graphic that shares some tips on college essays, and I'll also be sharing some resources on college essays as well. So lots of information today, very excited to share. So college essays, what are they? Why write them? What should you write about? And how can you get started? So as you can see on the graphic, college essays are meant to both show off your writing skills and, most importantly, tell your story and let your unique voice shine through. Even without high test scores or a perfect GPA, a college essay that crafts your unique narrative can set you apart from other applicants. So that means that this is the most important part of the process, which can be really intimidating and it can be hard to get started, which is why we recommend that you start your essays in the summer before senior year. You could even start them now, in fact. The Common App essay prompts are released, and I will be going over those soon. And by starting early, you get plenty of time to work through multiple drafts, and you can go online to find the prompts and word limits. The Common App essay prompts are 650 words, and they're a great place to start in terms of both practice, and you will likely be writing one of those essays. So you will have to write a main essay. Common App word limit is 650 words, and some colleges also require a shorter supplemental essay. And this is something that you will have to consider while budgeting your time. When you pick your essay topic, you should try to focus on a specific experience, hobby, or quirk that reveals something personal. This should be giving them insight into how you think, what you value, or what your strengths are, or that illustrate an important aspect of your background, which can be especially important to first-gen and low-income students. A really important aspect is, rather than trying to write your whole life story, you should be crafting a narrative, something specific, something that you can show, not tell. You want to include descriptive language and paint a picture of who you are while still being informative at the same time. So moving on, when applying to scholarships, you are also often required to write essays. These essays are usually very similar in prompts, and the same strategies such as budgeting time and highlighting your strengths apply. When writing your essays, keep in mind that the more people that read it, the better. Asking teachers, counselors, family members, trustworthy friends, or the mentor team to read your essays will result in a better final product. And we just want to remind you all that please do not hesitate to send us a draft of your college essays. We will be happy to look through them and to give you some feedback. All you need to do is shoot me an email at mrocha22@medford.k12.ma.us. So, moving onwards, these are the specific questions that are being used in the QuestBridge College Prep Scholars application. So these first three questions are 200-word essay prompts. So they're much shorter and they're meant to highlight more specific things, whereas the biographical essay, the 650-word essay, is more general and allows you to sort of expand and tell your story. So Number 1, tell us about a concept, theory, or topic you have explored simply because it sparked your intellectual curiosity. Why do you find it intriguing? How do you want to explore it further? So this is supposed to highlight sort of your interests and demonstrate why you stand out. So intellectual curiosity is something really important, especially if you're applying to college, and they want to see that you aren't just completing your academics to complete your academics, but you're also trying to expand your horizons. And this is something that you can write a lot of different topics about. You could write about a specific scientific study that you were interested in, or a particular piece of technology that you researched, or um, philosophers or philosophy that you have explored. And there's a whole world of different things that you could write about. 2, describe an experience that caused you to change your perspective and or opinion. So this is sort of talking about those formative experiences, which is what a lot of college essay prompts are focused on. And number 3, what do you admire most about your community? What would you improve? So this sort of touches on the topic of leadership. Well, not necessarily leadership, but involvement in the community, and sort of demonstrating that you don't just live somewhere to live there, but you feel a connection to the places you go and to your community, which they are also looking for in a college applicant. So now the $1,000,000 question, the 650-word biographical essay that is very similar to the college app prompts is: we are interested in learning more about you and the context in which you have grown up, formed your aspirations, and accomplished your academic successes. Please describe the factors and challenges that have most shaped your personal life and aspirations. How have these factors helped you to grow? So this is sort of asking for your life story, but that's not what you want to write about. So here, really, this prompt really highlights the fact that college essays are supposed to get to know you as a person. And this is sort of asking about the context in which you have grown up. So this is about any challenges or particular experiences that you have risen up through. And there are many different ways to address this, and I will touch on that a bit later on. But right now, I'd like to go through the 2021-2022 essay prompts. So this is especially important for juniors because these are the essay prompts that you will be writing. So I would also encourage any non-juniors, any underclassmen to look through this and to watch this video in order to sort of get an understanding of what's coming up. And you could even write a draft based on one of these prompts, because these prompts are often similar or repeated throughout the years. So if you are able to do that, if that's something that you would be interested in doing, that is something highly recommended because it will really help you out when the time comes to actually apply. So the Common App questions, there are 7 different ones. This is actually taken off the junior guidance counselor Google Classroom, which any juniors who are not part of that, I would highly recommend that because they do post some great materials there. So number 1, some students have a background, identity, interest, or talent that is so meaningful they believe their application would be incomplete without it. If this sounds like you, then please share your story. So this is somewhat similar to the QuestBridge prompt in that, particularly this question, because here they're sort of talking about, really you're able to talk about anything that is important to you that has impacted your life. They talk about background, identity, interest, or talent. So that leaves you with a breadth of different topics that you could talk about. So as someone who is first gen and low income, that is something that you might touch on. Or if you are part of the LGBTQ community, that is also something you could touch on. Interests or talents, for example, cooking or music or filmmaking. And so how that's impacted you, those are all things that you could write about. 2, the lessons we take from obstacles we encounter can be fundamental to later success. Recount a time when you faced a challenge, setback, or failure. How did it affect you, and what did you learn from the experience? So here, I would say that this is particularly similar to the 650 word prompt on the QuestBridge application. So here they're talking specifically about challenges, setbacks, or failures. So you'd want to talk about a time when things went wrong, when you felt challenged, but you overcame it. So they are specifically asking about, first, how did it affect you? But more importantly, what did you learn from the experience? So how did you overcome it? And what did you take away from it? 3, reflect on a time when you questioned or challenged a belief or idea. What prompted your thinking and what was the outcome? So here they're sort of looking not exactly for intellectual curiosity, but looking to see that you are an applicant that is not afraid to question yourself and to look more into your own beliefs and ideals in order to grow as a person. 4, reflect on something that someone has done for you that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way. How has this gratitude affected or motivated you? So this is sort of talking about an experience, something that impacted you. And again, this really highlights the fact that they are looking less for your life story, more about a specific experience, and how you can craft a narrative and demonstrate who you are as a person by crafting that narrative. 5, discuss an accomplishment, event, or realization that sparked a period of personal growth and a new understanding of yourself or others. So once again, this is different from the last prompt in that they're talking about an accomplishment or an event. And you can see that there's this common thread about personal growth, about how specific experiences have affected you and how you grew from that. And each essay focuses on a slightly different topic specifically. However, they do focus on that same core thread. 6, describe a topic, idea, or concept you find so engaging that it makes you lose all track of time. Why does it captivate you? What or who do you turn to when you want to learn more? So this is similar to the first question, a concept, theory, or topic that you've explored, basically essentially based on intellectual curiosity. So here it doesn't necessarily have to be intellectual curiosity. This could be really an interest or a talent that you decided to explore, that you love, that you enjoy, and that captivates you. And they're looking to see more about your interests and who you are. And 7, share an essay on any topic of your choice. It can be one you've already written, one that responds to a different prompt, or one of your own design. So this is sort of where you get the freedom to craft your own narrative outside of what they've already, or of what these prompts ask for. So this is if something comes to mind that you know has been really impactful to you, but you don't feel that it fits any of the other prompts, that's when you would pick this topic. And so I'd like to share a resource with you guys that I think Here you have multiple videos linked from this resource, and the resource is the College Essay Guide blog. So he posts blog posts that are about college essays, about crafting your narrative, and as you can see here, there are a variety of different posts: how to format, how to write challenges based, how to write specific supplemental essays as well. So this is a really great resource that I'll link in as I send this out to you. And there's one article that I want to bring particular attention to, which is 26 outstanding college essay examples from 2020/2021. So this isn't exactly the same prompts as this year necessarily. However, they are generally similar. And so you can look through this as you please. And they have a bunch of different essays that have different focuses. So, for example, an event that might have impacted you significantly was burying grandma, or you could talk about your identity, like punk rock philosopher, an interest like food, or a particular idea that you had that you went through with that impacted you, like the happiness spreadsheet. So, and again, identity, such as identifying as trans. So there are this just really demonstrates the sheer number of different topics that you can write about, and how they can relate to these different prompts. So I'll link to this article so that you're able to look through that on your own. But I do feel that this blog is certainly a really helpful resource that has a lot of advice and different ways to get started and to learn more about how to write college essays. So thank you for watching, and I would really like to emphasize that please do not hesitate to reach out to us so that we can look through your college essays, because that's what we're here for. We're very excited about all of the participation that we've had thus far, and we want to make sure that we're continuing that. And we're here to help you, so please don't hesitate to reach out. If you need anything, have any questions, or would like us to look over, if you need any help on the QuestBridge application as well, we're here for you. So please do not hesitate to reach out. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.